welcome to the Tarot Cottage. My name is Amy. I'm back with a pick a card reading for you today. Welcome to my beautiful returning subscribers. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you for your friendship and your beautiful comments below in the comment section. A big thank you to everybody who has reached out on Etsy for a personal reading as well. And if you have stumbled across the channel for the very first time, we would love to welcome you here to this beautiful soul family that we are creating. This is a space of neutrality. This is a space of love and compassion. So please join us, pull up a chair and get cozy. We're going to have a little chat because we're all friends when we gather around my table. For today's pick a card topic, we're looking at someone in your mind, someone in your life who has secret feelings for you. So who has secret feelings for you? What are they thinking? We have 3 piles to choose from today. Pile number 1 with the Empress and the Lapis Lazuli. Pile number 2 with the Temperance and the Clear Quartz. And pile number 3 with the Emperor and the Super 7 Stone. So whichever pile or piles are calling out to you, there may be messages waiting from Spirit. I'm going to jump into pile number 1. I also want to make a mention of my returning subscribers, all of my beautiful subscribers, or anybody new to the channel. If you drop your comment underneath any of my readings, you are automatically entered for your chance to win a free reading from me. So just subscribe to the channel, hit your notification bell so that I can notify you if you're chosen the winner. And I will notify you via the comment section, but I will make it very clear on how to reach out to me via one of the links underneath my readings. So be sure not to get scammed from anybody posing as the Tarot Cottage here and on Instagram or any other tarot related content as well. There's a lot of scammers going around right now who are trying to pose as different tarot channels, so be sure to protect yourself. But if you're new to the channel, be sure to drop your comment below as well. Subscribe to the channel for your chance to win a free reading too. But I'm going to start with pile number 1 today. Again, pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, and the topic today is all about who has secret feelings for you and what are they thinking. Hello, pile number 1. You were drawn to the Lapis Lazuli. You were also drawn to the beautiful Kali Empress here, and this is your reading. Who has secret feelings for you? Who has secret intentions towards you? What are their secret feelings and what are they thinking? The Empress here, you can see this card. This is actually called the Spencer's Tarot. I got it from a store called Spencer's. And all it says on the box is Spencer's. So that's what I call this, is the Spencer's Tarot. If you know the name of this and it has a different name, please let me know in the comments section below. But this Empress energy is all about you and the power that you wield. Because look at her, she is an absolute goddess. But she's actually holding someone's head up there. It's like she's torn someone's head off. So you have the power to destroy. You have the power to perhaps make this person the most happiest person in the world, but probably the power to destroy them at the same time too. So there's a lot of intimidation that they have towards the attraction that they feel. And that could just mean because you're just this force, you know, this beautiful, beautiful, attractive force. It could also talk about some of the temptations surrounding you or some of the obstacles that they feel and fear surrounding their attraction to you as well. And the necessity to perhaps keep themselves safe by keeping it a secret. But there's just so much attraction with the Empress. It's the most abundant card in the whole deck. And she is just, look at her. She's gorgeous. She's got a goddess energy. And that's how they think about you. But you also have the power to hurt them potentially as well, because of just who you are. Now let's take a look here. Who has secret feelings for pile number 1? Who is your secret admirer? We have the 2 of Swords. Strength, Leo energy, we have the Ace of Swords, the 2 of Wands, the 6 of Wands and the Magician. We also have the Ace of Cups. And we have the Moon. I'm going to clarify this as I go forward. Clarifying the 2 of Swords, please. This person wears heavy masks around you right now. I don't feel like it's in separation. I don't think this is somebody from your past. I think this is somebody that sees you on a regular basis. And they're just keeping it very close to their chest when it comes to how they feel about you. And it almost feels like they're testing the waters a little bit with you. I feel like there's flirtation with this person. So you may have a very flirty banter with them. And they are carefully approaching you in some way and trying to maintain the control of that approach. Because even with the strength, his hands, or the hands of this lion, are in the same position as the magician, as above, so below. And so they're really taking this cautious approach in expanding this connection right now. It's like they are trying to initiate conversations. They're trying to initiate contact with you in some way. And they're trying to approach it in a way that maintains their dignity and maintains their safety. They're very concerned about that. They still have their eye on the prize. They still have this eye on victory with you. They hope that they can manifest more with you, specifically like a fiery connection with you. Like they're hoping that they can manifest a physical connection with you. And I feel like you're currently communicating with this person in some way. But it doesn't feel like you are talking online to them in the form of a relationship aspect. We have the Temperance. And they're biding their time, I just heard. They're taking their time, and they're biding their time before they reveal themselves. They could be a Leo, actually, because they have almost intentions towards some type of proclamation. They're really reflecting upon how you're perceiving things too. So as they cautiously approach you, and if they cautiously try to initiate a lot of flirtation, they're watching you very closely to see what your reaction is, to see if they can get a sense of what you're feeling. I will say this, as much as they're being so cautious, they present themselves as very almost cocky or really self-confident. Like they present themselves as really self-confident. And this could be just the way that they dress, because I just saw like a leather jacket for somebody, and even like slicking their hair, like doing their hair, even if it's the divine masculine, like putting effort into their appearance. That could be something that could give this person away. You know, they put themselves across as really, really confident, but underneath it all, they're kind of self-preserved or trying to protect themselves. They're vulnerable. But they try to distract by waving a red flag of empowerment, Spirit just said. And I feel like they want to ask you out, to be honest with you. I feel like this person like has intentions towards initiating a new emotional start, but they're seeking out more information from you, and they're really intimidated by your beauty. Like they're really focused on your beauty. I just got a reference to the gym. So this could be somebody at the gym or some type of institution like that where you're going to better yourself. It could even be a school, a workplace, but just they showed me the gym for someone watching. And this is a collective reading, so please take the messages as they resonate here with you and leave behind those that do not. That won't resonate with every person, but if it resonates with you, you're going to know who I'm talking about. Because they think they're being secretive, but it's like their flirting gives it away. And it's like, I feel like this person, when they flirt, they try to make themselves appear more educated than they are, like more confident than they are. But they're being so cautious because they're like, if this is going to blow up, if I get an inclination from you that you're going to cut my head off, then I'm going to retreat. Like I'm going to disappear. I'm going to retreat in some way because I don't want to be dealing with that conflict. It's like they can't commit to the plan that they have, that they want to execute towards you. And they keep going back to the drawing board on how am I going to approach her today? How, or her or him. I said her for ease of execution, but how am I going to approach them today? They're not being honest with you in this flirtation. Not in a negative way. I don't feel bad intentions from this person. I just feel nerves. Yeah, there's the Nine of Swords. I just feel a lot of nerves from this person. And they overthink it, which would sometimes perhaps make them feel a little bit sloppy during the communication phase. Like they'll put their foot in their mouth or they will trip over their words. It's like they try to maintain so much control and so much confidence that sometimes they get in their own way. It's like when we're warned about something over and over and over again, and then it just happens because we're so worried about it happening. We have the Hierophant here, and we have the Ten of Swords. Now, the Hierophant can, again, represent institutions. So that's why the gym energy came in, and also the message about school or work. So there could be an institution included with this person. There could be, and I feel like the two of you are on the same level in this institution. So if you're working together, this is not your boss. This would be somebody who is a contemporary to you, because you're both in the same position or at the same level in some way. And we have the Ten of Swords and the Fool. They have their kind of their heart set on this, and yet maintaining such a cautious approach. They're like, now's not the time to really reveal myself, but eventually I'm going to reveal myself here. I'm just trying to work up the perfect timing. I'm trying to work up my nerves, and I have my ego set towards this person. Like, they really have a lot of hopes coming in, but with this fear, with the attraction that they have, they're also really fearful about you cutting their head off and you saying no and you not being available in some way. So they feel like risk is a huge component to coming towards you. But they also, I almost feel like they, in your opinion, you could think that this person chases you around like a puppy dog. It's like they're always around. If you're working with them, if you're going to the gym, they just always seem to be there when you're around. They're always at the water cooler when you're at the water cooler. Who is secretly admiring and has secret feelings for pile number 1, please? We have the pig, beware of greed. And when I see the pig, I think of the 4 of Pentacles. So a concern for my insecurity, a concern for my home, or being fearful of positions, institutions crumbling in some way if I take an action towards you. We have here unicorn, use your intuition to make beneficial changes. And they just think that you're so unique. They don't see the abundance in their own heart space though. I feel like this is a good egg, but they think that you're so unique. But there's this message about, you know, if pigs could fly. It's like maybe you're out of their league, or they assume that you're out of their league and they don't want to take that chance, or that's what the ego tells them with all of that conflict with the 7 of Swords. We have butterfly, change for the better. And they're showing me the butterfly in the cocoon stage. So this person is, it's almost like they're turning themselves into a liquid soup, trying to reflect upon what action to take next. Because we have August, I think of Leo, they could be a Leo. And we have happiness here too. But the bird hasn't taken flight in this moment. And there's this feeling about wanting to take flight. So I feel a lot of momentum from this person to actually act towards you, even though they're really super nervous. I feel like they're going to communicate their truth to you in some way. Or they're going to continue to communicate their truth to you via the flirtation cycle. Like, just, it's going to be obvious just by the way that they talk to you and about you. We have fair woman, dealings or relationship with a woman with blonde, gray, or white hair. So this could describe you or the person that is secretly admiring you. Who has secret feelings for pile number 1, please? Zen Garden, Inner Sanctuary, number 38. And purification through water. This one has a naked lady, so we're just going to cover that up so YouTube doesn't get mad at me. The purification through water is emotional purging and offers that are going to come up suddenly out of the blue. In the inner sanctuary, they're contemplating something. They're contemplating the next move. They're contemplating you. They're trying to kind of run the gamut of what their expectations are based on what they think they're going to receive from you. So it's like they're trying to check off all the possibilities in this reflection period, which is going to slow them down to actually applying the force. But I feel like they're going to pop up out of the blue with some type of revelation for you, pile 1. We have hidden gift, sadness and ending, but a new beginning. And they could be taking a very cautious approach because of being hurt in the past. They're coming from a place where they're trying to protect their heart space really fiercely, and there's a reason for that. And that reason is going to be varied and nuanced no matter who's watching this video right now, but there's a pain in the heart that they're trying to protect from further pain. So they could have just come out of a relationship cycle. They could still be here trying to clamor for some type of empowerment, because with the 10 of Swords, it's always the darkest right before the dawn. And there is moments where this person would go through some despair or insecurity related to love in general. Let's take a look at some thoughts that they're having towards you. Secret feelings for pile 1, please. What sort of thoughts are they having right now towards pile number 1? You are wrong. Uncertainty, wondering if you feel the same way. But again, not being honest with themselves during reflections because fear gets in the way. You are so very special. They think that you're very unique with the unicorn. They are waiting for you, and I need more time. They're waiting to see if you are going to pick up on some of the flirtation and really include yourself in it in a very obvious way. but I just want you all the time. And it's just like this pressure that builds and builds and builds, and wanting to communicate with you all of the time. But the problem is that if they continue to wait, they're worried about being hurt. If they continue to wait, they may be waiting for the perfect moment, but the perfect moment may never present itself. And they're worried about your rejection. They're worried about that moment of sting. I just dream and wish for everything because my life started when I met you. This person is really, really hung up. I left because you told me to. 8 of Cups on the back of the deck. And wrongful advice. Now, the 8 of Cups says, I left because you told me to. So you may have told them to sort of back up or to give you a little bit of space, perhaps. It's also speaking about unsatisfying experiences that have led them to this point in their life. I do feel like they perhaps walked away from something unsatisfying in the past to try to find empowerment elsewhere. And they do hope that that empowerment is going to include you in some way, pile 1. Let's get a charm bowl here for pile number 1. Who is your secret admirer who secretly has feelings for you right now? What advice do you have for them? King of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles. It's like this person gets stressed out around you. They get really nervous around you and they hold back because of those nerves. I feel like this is a very good looking person, to be honest. It's like traditionally good looking, looks for the divine masculine. They don't have to be the divine masculine, but traditionally good looking. And if they think that they're not in your league, because of physical aspects, I feel like they're wrong. I feel like they're just feeling insecure. I'm also getting a sense of dark hair for someone. Not black hair, but like a brown hair. So that's not going to resonate with everybody either. We have music notes. Beautiful music together. We have G and B. You could have connected or talked about music. We have Y. We do have the Barbie. And there's the blonde hair card. I always think of blondes with Barbie. So you could be the blonde if you're the divine feminine or vice versa. We do have the skull, which is reality, transition, and grief. So they've been through that cycle before. But they're afraid to make a mistake with you. They're afraid to make an error in judgment. And part of them wonders if they're too late to take action, if they've waited too long. So they're sort of feeling stuck in their travel plans in accordance to you, or their travel and their approach to you. They're kind of stuck in this moment. All right, pile 1, that's what I have for you today. I hope that it resonated with you. And if it did, please drop your comment below for a chance at winning a free reading with me. Be sure to hit your notification bell if you do, so that I can notify you if you're chosen the winner. You can also check out my link for Etsy for a personal reading, and that is below as well. And I hope that you come back here and visit me at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a great day. Hello, pile number 2. You were drawn to the clear quartz and to the temperance, and this is your reading. Who has secret feelings for you right now? What are they thinking? The temperance says sea nymph. And there's something about playfulness inside of you that they really appreciate. They're also speaking about these waves of emotion that are coming crashing. And temperance is all about, connection. It talks about physically mixing together. So they fantasize about you in that regard. It's also about timing and trying to find the perfect moment to launch themselves from, and a lot of patience. So they may be waiting for the perfect moment or thinking that now may not be the time to express themselves to you. But it feels temporary. There's all of those clouds and there's this big moon standing in the background. And I feel like if you don't know who this person is, it's only temporary before they reveal themselves or before you have exactly an idea of who this person is. So who has secret feelings for you right now, pile 2? The High Priestess. The Six of Cups. The Ace of Pentacles. The Six of Swords. The Queen of Swords. Back of the deck is the Four of Cups, and we have the Tower. I'm getting a really powerful message with this person, actually. I feel like they've sat on this information about you and their feelings for too long. And so long so that they just don't feel like they have any power or weight in the situation. They almost feel like they've missed the opportunity, or they've ran out of time when it comes to you. They're showing me here they look like fiddleheads to me. That's what I call them. I don't know what other people call them, but I always called them fiddleheads growing up. And my mom would pick them in the forest. And she'd always pick them when they were very, very young, just coming up. And when they're the most tender, that's when you're supposed to pick them. So they're talking about youth, and they're talking about playfulness. They're talking about nostalgia. And they're saying that, well, they're showing me that after you pick the fiddlehead, if it's too old, it's hard to eat. It's bitter. It doesn't work well in food if you don't pick them in time. And so they're speaking about that. Like timing is an issue with this person or in this connection. They're concerned about timing. They're concerned about the past. And there's a lot of friendship that I feel wrapped up in this connection too. And they're very, very nostalgic when it comes to you. They also don't have any closure or clarity about the opportunity that they put on the back burner for quite a while, at least a couple of years. And now with this High Priestess, there's already secrecy associated with her. And this sailboat, it's like they're afraid to let the sailboat through. They're afraid to let it pass the veil. They don't want it to pass away. We have the World, the Lovers. And if this was a friendship, they wanted it to be a relationship. Sorry, my throat's closing. They wanted it to be a relationship. Like it feels very innocent. And underneath it all, there's this desire for it to not be innocent at all. But it feels like a coming of age story. Like that's what it feels like to me. Like youth moving into more. It's like you were there awakening in some type of physical way, in some type of hormonal way. It's like you were part of their awakening into adulthood or into physical attraction. We have the Emperor, Gemini, Aries, very strong here. We have the Four of Pentacles, and they're kind of possessive over the connection, but they're also possessive over their own insecurity at the exact same time. And I feel like the two of you are separated by time and space. Like I feel like there's a lot of separation between the two of you. Maybe you're living in different cities, different countries right now. There's just, you guys have moved away from each other. But some things never change is what I just heard. Some things never change. We have the Queen of Cups. We have the Ten of Cups. And honestly, I feel like they could be watching you online, because they keep talking about what they know about you and about your situation. I'm almost getting a sense of motherhood for the Divine Feminine. So the Divine Feminine may have moved into a family cycle here, and they're privy to that. So they know about it. They may not be, maybe they're in contact with you. If they are in contact with you, they're holding back their truth and their feelings for you. If you guys are currently friends, if they're not in contact with you, they're watching you right now. And that's why they're privy to what's going on with you. So if you're a mother, that may resonate with you as well, of course. They sometimes put themselves in that position with you. They wonder about what you could have built together. It's like, we could have had it all together, and now I feel helpless because I don't want to wreak havoc in your life. I want to cause chaos in mine. So they're really concerned about not being able to react to the epiphanies that they've actually had about you. And so they feel like they have to maintain this in secrecy. But maintaining it in secrecy is also allowing them to kind of keep everything floating in the air, and nothing's really stabilized and understanding. It's like unfinished cycles are very apparent here, and they don't know what to do about it. They know now is not the time to approach you, but they want to recapture the playfulness that you represented in the past. Like they really are nostalgic about the time that they spent with you, and they want to recapture that with you. But they also don't want to wreck something that you're trying to build in the present moment. But they've had these ahas, they've had these epiphanies, and there's still a deep thirst inside of them, a deep, deep thirst. You'll notice that the Emperor has the metal of the Knight sticking out from underneath his red empowerment. So this person has grown, they've experienced things, they're no longer in their knighthood, but you remember, or you remind them of the time when they were. And everybody loves to reminisce about moments when we had that freedom and that excitement and all of those possibilities open to us. And that's what you represent for this person. And they're trying to hold on to that. They're kind of stuck on you. I'm hearing that song by Ariana Grande even. I'm stuck on you. It's like they're kind of stuck on you here. And they're lonely. Like, I don't think they're physically alone, but they feel lonely. And when they feel lonely for you. Like, they feel lonely for this deep connection that they feel with you. And I feel like for a while they kind of turned this desire for you towards like a sexual desire, but honestly, it's more nostalgic than that. They've turned it into this sexual prompt because that feels safer, but there's more to it than that. They have a lot of deep emotion towards you. I keep feeling this awakening inside of them, and they feel stuck. It almost brings in a certain amount of sadness, maybe even some bitterness in their perspective too. It's like because there's a lack of clarity, they allow themselves to convince themselves that you don't feel the same or that you never did. They have moments where they really, really doubt whether you were actually experiencing this connection in the same way as they were. And it's like they need your help to figure it out. Six of Swords on the back with the Judgment. They contemplate a conversation with you a lot, this person. They secretly think about conversations in their head. So they have conversations back and forth with you where they are just anticipating what your answer will be. And sometimes they're super optimistic and it feels like a very mutual connection. And sometimes they're very pessimistic during these invisible conversations that they have. Who has secret feelings, please? You could have gone to school with this person, potentially. You didn't have to be. I feel like there's like an awakening, a coming of age energy here. You could have hung out with them when you were, a child but moving into adulthood. We have true love. This is the romance of a lifetime. And it feels like first love is what it feels like as well. And I've been waiting, worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. But healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. Sometimes I see divorced energy within the dynamics of this card. So this person could come from a broken home in that sense. But I also feel like there are family issues at play for the Divine Feminine as well. Who is your secret admirer? Who has secret feelings for you right this moment? Flowers, happiness. That came out in pile 1 actually. Thoughts of you bring this person a lot of abundance, but they still don't take flight. They could be waiting for you to clear things up or waiting for you to clear out a cycle. We have new job or career, putting a pin in it, and they're trying to protect something new that has come in. New positions, new perspectives. But they also want to keep, it's like I'm putting a pin in how I feel here just for now. That's where the Temperance comes in. Because it's like the moment I feel empowered, maybe they have intention towards making moves because they're trying to also protect the opportunity, protect their feelings. But they're trying to keep their life in balance with the scales. And the scales remind me of the Justice, where there's a lot of truth coming out. The truth that just says it is what it is. There is a mix between responsibility and attraction. The scales here of these cherries, which are very physical and sexual in nature, and the little flowers of spiritual connection. But they're trying to keep things balanced for themselves or for you by not acting upon this. It says you're on the right path regarding some aspect of your life, the Arrow. And there has been a lot of movement. There could have been a couple of years here where the two of you have been in disconnect in some way, or in the very least a physical or emotional disconnection. Doesn't like progress has been made. This is a goal-oriented person. Solid foundation, success with effort with the Tower. And that's what they're trying to avoid. Here with the Tower, you can see she's literally trying to hold up something. She's trying to keep it all together. So they're trying to keep it all in, trying to keep it all together so that they don't participate in any tower falling. I feel like this person has a lot of integrity and they would never want to put you in a position that would make you have to step outside of a position of integrity. Do you know what I mean? Like they would never want to put you in that position because they care about you. And they care about the experience that you have with them. New home, new attitude. And we have fly, period of ill health and depression as well. Wishing that they could literally be like a fly on your wall to see what you're thinking, see what you're feeling in the present. has secret feelings for you right now? Pile number 2. Tested. Your strengths and weaknesses are being tested right now. There could be a school aspect as well to this person. You could have gone to school with them. Cupid's arrow. Love is in the air when Cupid is around. And sort of being caught off guard. You know, it's like it's beyond our control. These types of connections with the Six of Cups and the Lovers, it just is what it is. We connect and the heart wants what it wants, and we just can't stop that Cupid's arrow from hitting us. It says surprises. You may be about to be surprised. And they do wish to bring forward some type of clarity, some type of emotion towards you. But I do feel like this person, pile 2, is taking a bit of a back seat. It's like they could be hoping to hear from you before they make contact with you. But there's an internet aspect here where they're peering at you, watching you, making sure that you don't get too far away out of their gaze. Okay, some honest love tarot messages here for you as well. What sort of secret feelings or thoughts have they had towards pile number 2, please? The person that is secretly admiring, secret feelings for pile 2. What sort of feelings and thoughts are they having? I've kept so much of myself hidden. The High Priestess. But Spirit says that you know what, it's like you already knew what they were thinking even back then. It's like you have intuition, you're very intuitive, and you knew how they were feeling. But perhaps you were feeling just as vulnerable as they were. The truth came like a freight train after the fact, like the tower hitting. And they felt like they couldn't go back. It's like, I can't go back to yesterday. I'm scared to face you now. So they keep it in. I'm trying to weigh out my options. They are still holding space for future connection. They don't feel like they can launch from this perspective at this moment. But everything that they juggle in life, you're a part of that. You're influencing them, even if the two of you are in separation right now. You feel so far away. Literally, I feel like, and figuratively. On the floor, we have these ones. I'm afraid to look bad, but I want everything to be perfect. It's like waiting for the right time, and we are fated to meet again. And they really hope so. Like, they really hope that you are fated to meet again. They don't want to make you look bad. They don't want to look bad themselves. You deserve somebody who makes you feel abundant, and probably someone better than them, they assume, because they put you on that pedestal. And because they put you on that pedestal, they know that you've earned everything that you have, and that you are not the type of person to just flippantly walk away from something that you've invested in. So they are waiting to see if any sort of progress is made on your end. Let's get a charm bowl, please, for pile number 2. What was the last thought that this person who secretly is watching and secretly has feelings for pile number 2? It's one of their last thoughts. Ooh. We have the King of Wands reversed, the Seven of Cups, and the Seven of Pentacles reversed. They were fantasizing about you, and they were thinking about some of the options that they have. They were thinking about somebody in your connection having to literally uproot everything that you've invested in, home, family, career, whatever it is. It's like, am I willing to uproot everything? Would they be willing to uproot everything? I don't know that I have the confidence to walk forward and ask that question. So they were really fantasizing about that. We have here the dance, and it's kind of sideways with happy, and the dance is on the other side. It's like they it's like they feel like they gambled a little bit and lost. It's like, I took a chance, I waited too long, I lost. I was too afraid to participate, I lost the gamble. I kept it a secret. We have Z and L. We do have the measuring cup, I think, about glass half empty mentality versus glass half full, so pessimism. We have the Rose of empowerment and protection, friendship protection, always wanting to protect you, always wanting to be there for you, just wanting to be somebody who supports you in every single way. We also have the surrender, the Divine Feminine, who has surrendered and made her experience or her life bigger because of what she's entered into. So you've like created things, you've given birth to nations, you've given birth to children perhaps. We have here a blank card, creative accountability. The music notes, we would have made beautiful music together. The heart space, the vulnerable heart, somebody who really wanted to be in a relationship but kept a secret and now feels like they have lost a part of themselves. We also have the Sacred Heart of Jesus. That could be a school name, actually. I just got this message about a school name for somebody watching, but also about the vulnerability and the thorns in the heart. The thorns in the heart space. All right, pile number 2, that's what I have for you today. I hope it resonates with you. If it does, drop your comment below for a chance to win a reading with me. Be sure to check your notifications if you have dropped me a comment below, because I'm waiting to hear back from my most recent winner. And also be sure to check out my link for Etsy for a personal reading. But I hope that you come back here and visit me at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope that you have a beautiful day. Hello, pile number 3. You are drawn to the Super 7 stone and to the Emperor, the Sphinx, and this is your reading. Who has secret feelings for you right now, and what are some of those feelings? Now, the Emperor Sphinx, it's interesting that you were drawn to him, because, you know, when you think about the Sphinx, it was found because it was half buried in sand. Like, they had to reveal it inch by inch. It kept getting covered in sand. So this person perhaps has maybe tried to reveal themselves a little bit, tried to tap into the strength to reveal themselves, but they're also perhaps a little bit of a tough nut to crack. So they could be kind of stubborn. They could be somebody who is in a leadership position as well, because the Emperor is often protecting something, whether it be their heart space or something that they've built for themselves. So they're in some type of leadership position in their life. This could be at work, or this could also be in their home realm as well. But they're speaking about buried treasure deep within the Sphinx. You know, something that they're keeping preserved, like something that's been mummified deep within themselves. So let's take a look here and see who has secret feelings for you. What are some of these thoughts and feelings? So secret admirer energy. Could be Aries. We have Scorpio, the moon. There's like dreams associated with this. Like I kept hearing that song, Talking to the Moon. So there's like this dream where they have conversations with you. They're kind of afraid of the changes in their life that would maybe be put into play if they were to reveal themselves completely. We have the Five of Cups reversed with the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse position. For some reason, this person feels like it's greedy to want you. And it's like there's like remorse and regret surrounding that. We also have the Chariot. We have the Ten of Swords, and we have the Ace of Cups. Now, what's interesting is that this Ten of Swords is really highlighting how this person doesn't have a lot of positive expectations in the future. It's like they have their focus on you, and it's very strict focus. And it's this Ten of Swords is kind of like, I've often said, it's like an emotional temper tantrum where we're having this outburst because we feel like we're in despair because we can't see a direction to go in. And sometimes it gets triggered because we actually have a direction to go in, but it really, really challenges us, and we have to face conflict in order to overcome it. And that's something that we need to face. We need to face the changes in our life if we want to have this new emotional reset and the peace that comes with it. But we also have to mourn something that we've invested in, perhaps. I am getting the sense that this person could actually be have like a family, or they could be a boss type energy, but I feel like there's something bigger than that holding them back from you. The reason why they maintain their secrecy and their feelings for you is because they're trying to protect what they've invested in. And they're showing me here this Page of Pentacles. I'm just grabbing a different deck, where they're cloaked in black, which is a mourning color. I often think of this person being in mourning, but in behind her are all these perfectly cleared, plowed fields. And I think of the Knight of Pentacles and responsibility and having to make a decision based on integrity instead of based on what my heart wants. And so it pulls them in different directions. They're like, will I have to mourn something? Will I have to give something up if I want this opportunity? And that's where they struggle. That's what stresses them out. That's what disappoints them. That's what makes them feel like a bit of a traitor in their environment. We have the Chariot, Cancer energy. Multiple times, very strong here. The Queen of Swords. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. It's almost like they're afraid of conflict that they're going to create for this divine feminine specifically. And this may not be in relation to you. You could be the water aspect here. They could have another partner, for instance, that is the air sign in this case, because they're really afraid of conflict with this person, like arguments. Like this person has the capacity to chop their head off. Like I just heard, I'm the head of the house, but she's the neck that turns the head. So there's something about connections or something about commitment cycles for this person. But they like to present themselves to you as very helpful, and like there's just something about the countenance of this Knight of Cups. There's something about wanting to come forward with this offer with as little dented armor as possible. But they hesitate because they can't make that possible, or they can't make that happen without mourning something. And they're sort of stressed about position. And they're specifically talking about like money connections and deposits and things of that nature. So they're stressed out about loss. And this stress gives them the shadow of doubt that their plan can be executed, because it almost feels like they have a plan. They definitely could be an Aries energy, but they're trying to configure, it's like, how do I execute my plan and get out unscathed? It's like they're trying to figure that out. But the truth is this Chariot's very emotional, ruled by Cancer, and it's like waves of emotion that can come hit us. And there's the Sphinxes here as well, because there's something about hoping that you'll be there to reveal your feelings, hoping that you'll be there right beside them if they do face the changes in their life that are necessary to be with you. Because I feel like they want to initiate a brand new start with you. There's the Three of Cups. There's the Four of Pentacles. You could be working with this person though, or know them through the work realm in some way, or in some type of practical realm like that. You're different than what they've experienced. You're different than this person. Like, you're different. And there's something lively about you, and there's something very attractive about that. You make them feel really happy, and you make them feel filled with joy when they think about you. And they want to take you out, like literally want to take you out. They don't necessarily want to commit right this moment, but they want to build from this happiness, from this just enjoyment. It's almost like friends with benefits. Friendship that leads to, and I mean physical connection within that friendship that leads to new emotional starts. We have the Fool. We also have the Ten of Pentacles with the Judgment. And as I said, I do feel like this person is at the helm of some type of family, some type of investment. They could be a father figure, so please take that as it resonates. That may help you to identify who this person is. They just feel like it's a huge risk or a leap of faith to come towards you, and they're really starting to reflect upon what they can accomplish. I do feel momentum that this person might actually kind of let the cat out of the bag here if they haven't already. I think that they have these understandings of what they have to do in order to create movement. But they're still focused on the risk in the present moment. And there's a lot of kind of regret associated with not being able to act right now, and giving you the impression that they aren't attracted to you, or giving you the impression that they aren't in support of a connection with you. They're just trying desperately to figure out solutions to be able to have a relationship with you. And there are solutions, but they're challenging, right? They're going to encourage growth in some way, whether it be super honesty or sacrifice. It's going to encourage some type of growth, which is going to challenge them in some way. But they think that you are like, you're the key, you're the answer to their dissatisfaction, you're the answer to everything. Like, there's something very tempting about you, there's something alluring about you, there's like so much physical desire towards you as well. Who secretly has feelings, please, for pile number 3? We have here, show the world the real you. Full moon in Aquarius. But the full moon asks us to release, to prepare for new investments and to prepare for new manifestations. So this person has to release something in order to show who they truly are. We have here, don't let pride get in your way. Full moon in Leo. We do have the fire energy of the King of Wands. There's a lot of Aries with Emperor, so they could be a fire sign. Work through your fears, the new moon in Scorpio. And luck is on your side, new moon Sagittarius. Luck is on their side because even if they feel like it's impossible to have what they want here, I feel like they're going to be matched equally. I feel like you have a lot of feelings for this person too. And their risk might be actually rewarded with that new emotional start. Will it require an ending to perhaps this? Perhaps. And that's where they are afraid to actually reveal their truth here. And that is why they're perhaps holding back in this moment. Who is secretly admiring? Who has secret feelings for pile number 3? Vine, seeking out information that will help you, and secret admirer as well. Parting of ways in either business and romance, and their crown being affected. Honor and respect will come to you. So they're really speaking about breaking commitments here in order to create change. And they have to keep their feelings hidden. We have the harp here. I think about the left breast pocket and the heart space. So they're keeping it very close to their heart, their truth. But they have intentions. They want more information from you, or they're gathering more information about your focus to see if there's going to be support there. But it's like they're seeking out great happiness. They're looking for it. And wherever they're sitting in life is maybe secure, but it doesn't feel as fulfilling. I just heard the word harpy in relation perhaps to the Queen of Swords. We have success, so a very successful person, but we do have marriage on the back of the deck. And that is definitely a message that is coming through. So if it doesn't resonate with you, you can try a different pile or a different reading. But for someone watching, I feel like that is definitely going to resonate with you. What are some of the thoughts that they've been having, please? This person who has secret feelings for pile 3 right now, what sort of thoughts have been going through their mind? I want to feel that way again. They want to tap into the excitement of new emotional starts. They want to tap into the infinite possibilities and not just work through the issues and obstacles that they've already created in other relationships. I am not available. What sort of secret thoughts have they had, please? I wish I treated you better. So some regret. If they've acted cold around you, if they've given you the impression that they do not care, they do feel disappointed in that regard here. I lost myself for a little while. And I always think of fantasies. Oh, big explosion. I couldn't let you get close to me. I hope that you can forgive me for that. And then we have all of these falling out. We need to let each other go. I'll wait for a sign from you, showing itself very strongly. It says, because I'm afraid to contact you. I'm afraid to let you know how I truly feel in this situation. Who has secret feelings for pile number 3, please? And what are those feelings? We have commitment. Commitment is an important factor to achieve a successful relationship. I do feel like commitment cycles are a factor in this pile. We can't ignore that. We also have cherish your relationship. And these are things that are being tested here. It's like their integrity, their openness, it's all being tested. Be open to accept divine guidance in your relationship. And so this could be an aspect about, and we have honor as well. Honor your loved ones and you'll notice your relationship becoming stronger. There's this feeling about working on something in the dynamics of their current relationships too. So there's a lot of, it's like they're splitting themselves in two. They may be working on an environment with a difficult relationship, but they still have this focus towards more with you. And so even with the aspect of struggle in their current relationship, they could be using that as a launching pad towards you in some way. Every time they feel really just, unhappy there, they focus on you a lot more. Let's get a charm bowl, please, for pile number 3. What was the last thought that this person with secret feelings for pile 3 had in the bowl? We have the Page of Swords. Flipped over, but Page of Swords, Page of Pentacles, and the Four of Pentacles reversed. Now, the Four of Pentacles reverse is about a vulnerability surrounding like bankruptcy and my mindset and my home and being worried about that and you know, beware of greed. I get all of those messages that come through. So they maintain this watcher position, but they're also maintaining the opportunity with you. You can notice with the Page of Pentacles that there's a big grove of trees behind him, and then on the other side is an empty field. But behind that is this huge blue mountain. It's like obstacles we have to overcome to plant new seeds. And there's something appealing about starting fresh with you. And they were thinking about that, but they were also watching you at the time. In the environment that they know you, I feel like there could be a work connection here for someone watching, because they watch you often, and it doesn't necessarily happen online. We have friendship, ruin, protection, K, R, and Z. We also have the Two of Wands, so lots of flirtation, and I choose strength, and that's what they're going to have to do to make a choice and make a decision, because we also have this horse, which is about freedom, but the Chariot, because the horse is looking at its own rear end, so it's like it doesn't know which direction to go in. You do have the Emperor energy with the dragon, so it's like somebody who's a little bit stubborn, a little bit quiet, but there's a soft spot for you. And we have the Cupid's arrow and the hot air balloon, looking at things from a higher perspective, needing to see things from a new perspective in order to gain clarity. Pile number 3, that's what I have for you today. I hope it resonates with you. If it does, drop your comment below for a chance to win a reading with me. You can also check out my link for Etsy for a personal reading. And I hope that you come back here and visit me at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a beautiful day.